I am Judy Bodenhamer of the Client Experience Institute.
And I'm Marc Rosen.
And welcome back to our series. Today we're going to talk a lot about nurturing.
Shed a little light on this. Stars are going to help you see. I'm going to do my best. Welcome you peacefully.
Today we're going to talk a lot about nurturing. And how do we nurture clients and how do we nurture prospects? So Marc, people ask this all the time, in the world that we're in today, where maybe you don't have the opportunity to go face to face with people, how do you nurture prospects and centers of influence different than we've ever done before?
Yeah, Judy, that's a great point. And there's really three key things that we find, in our experience that really is effective. The first thing is, if you want to be memorable and you want to do something where you give before you gain, the question is, who in your network can you leverage that can make a difference for that particular individual, even if it's a personal item that they're trying to achieve versus a professional item? And I think so often we forget the power of our network. And so I think that's really critical. The second thing that we find, you and I, when we work with prospects, is the whole idea of being intentional and having a mindset that I'm going to create a series of things that we need to do. Because you always remind me, Judy, it takes 7 touches to be memorable. So the idea of doing things tastefully, but educating, inspiring, enlightening are all key things on the second point. And then the third point that I think most of us sometimes think about but don't always do is this idea of what other areas of business that the client, or in this case, the prospect, has to deal with that maybe I'm not an expert in, but we can share other really insightful things. Like we sent out the HBR, Harvard Business Review thing. We sent out the McKinsey articles. We sent out stuff from human resources. So I think a lot of it is getting people to see you differently. And when you do that, it isn't necessarily A to B to C, but it allows us to create that lasting impression that you really are invested in your prospects. And as you mentioned in the earlier series, we're talking about 5 that we're really trying to go after. So again, you can go deeper than if you're just trying to skim the surface across 30 or 40 contacts. And, Judy, the same question I guess I'd ask of you, for clients, a little bit different. Maybe it's we're trying to either solidify to get more relationship capital inside the company, or we're trying to maybe look at new services that otherwise we haven't presented. So what would you share with the audience, or a couple of things that you typically do when you're coaching folks on client engagement that they should consider?
So I think a lot of it comes from your intentionality, right? So you have to understand what it is that you're trying to accomplish and all about your client. It is remarkable to me how oftentimes you can have long-standing relationships and not really have a great depth of knowledge. So I think that's where you begin. Client intelligence, learning as much as you can about the organization that you're working with. So kind of build your perspective where you start to almost do a little due diligence on your existing clients. Understand who you know, understand who you don't know. All right. So nurturing techniques, not only about building new business, it's about building relationships and fortifying relationship capital. So you have to understand who you don't know. And multi-level positioning within organizations it's so important today. And the reason being is people move organizations. They also, every time there's a turnover in your relationship, then it puts you in a vulnerable position. So there has to be a lot of people within that organization that say, Judy and Marc are awesome. It's not just one person. Many people have to know that. Those are the things that you really have to focus in on. So meeting new stakeholders within the organization is a really strong strategy as far as nurturing. Cross-servicing. So identifying where you are, what we've sold, what we have as far as services that we're rendering to the organization. But then where is their opportunity? Clients, when we interview them, right, they tell us time and time and time again, I count on your industry knowledge. That industry knowledge reveals new opportunities. So take the time to really understand the industry your client's in and share research, share information, just like we were talking about the HBR articles, McKinsey articles that matter to those people. And then obviously, I think a lot of it is ask the clients what they think about the relationship. So this takes courage, right? And is the ability, now I'm not just saying from a client satisfaction perspective, I'm saying really understand the relationship. So you check in with them and say, how's it going? Do you feel like we're bringing value to you? I think those are great ways to start.
Oh, that's well said. And in closing, as we've talked about this, everybody wants a formula and everybody wants to look at this one thing that I just need to perfect. And it really is a continuum. It's a journey. And as Judy and I have realized for all of our years in our professional career, that the greatest single thing you can do is honor the ability to give, educate, inspire, enlighten. And when you're seen in that light, and you then see opportunities come your way that otherwise maybe you wouldn't have planned for. So we really, really appreciate, Judy, this idea that people can lean in and make a difference. And we look forward to talking to you further about ways you can enhance your effectiveness as a professional. So thank you.
We hope you enjoyed the series today, and we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. And if you would like to learn more about Client Experience Institute, about Marc and me, about some of the thought leadership that we bring to the table on business development and all topics related to helping to rise the tide of professionals, visit us on www.clientei.com and go to the News and Resources page. We look forward to seeing you soon.
I will wear your love around my neck. Put your hand over my heart. It's darkest just before dawn, and the sun comes up and hope is here. I will pray for you, my dear. I'll pray for you, my dear. I will wear your love around my neck. Put your hand over my heart. It's darkest just before dawn, when the sun comes up and hope is here. I will pray for you, my dear. Pray for you, my dear. I will wear your love around my neck. Put your hand over my heart. It's darkest just before the dawn, when the sun comes up and hope is here. I will pray for you, my dear. I pray for you, my dear. I pray for you, my dear. If you shed a little light on it. Wear your love around my neck. Put your hand